Hey, you're watching City Lights on Novus TV. I'm Tina Lovgreen. It's a beautiful day here on Granville Island, and in just a few moments, I'll be speaking with Canadian actor Charlie Ross. He's in town performing his one-man Star Wars Triology show, and it's all to raise funds for the Fringe Festival. So take me back to where this all started. When did you fall in love with Star Wars?
I kind of fell in love with it just by accident. I was born in the 70s and I was a boy. Still am. I guess it was because I was watching Saturday morning cartoons, which don't really exist anymore at all. And I saw these commercials for toys, Star Wars. I didn't know what it was, but I knew I wanted these toys. I didn't even know why. Great advertising and just planting a seed that I had no idea would grow into what it is, which was, in the beginning an obsession, in some ways a necessity, because I lived on a farm in northern BC and only had Star Wars, the first film, on video. So I watched it so many times that I know brain damage was done. I watched the other films as well, the other two films. And if you sort of go later to when I got a Bachelor of Fine Arts from UVic and decided to be an actor. I was trying
Good choice.
But trying to break into the sort of theater world. I mean, I always say that trying to make it as a theater actor in Canada is like trying to scale the Rocky Mountains with your lips. It's just not going to happen. But my love of Star Wars is sort of the thing that gave me an edge to make some material that was maybe not my own, but adapted as my own.
Where did the two come in where you're like, I could do the voices and I could do it all myself of all the characters?
Well, I don't think I ever thought I could do it. I tried it, though, at a comedy club. Because sometimes when you're desperate, you start doing stand-up and think, this is as bad as it's going to get. So I was able to take as bad as it can get, as in stand-up, and make it even worse. I was going to do 30 minutes of Star Wars, just the first film, the way I do the show now. A mixed group of people at this comedy club. It was in Toronto. Not a very forgiving crowd, but they loved it. And I just wasn't expecting that. And TJ Daw, who's my director, and the guy who really, really believed that I could do this thing, which is so funny because we've just been friends for years, and he just said, you have a way when you do physical comedy that people will follow it. So 1 man, 1 hour, 3 films, no costume, no set, no props. That's it.
You don't have a lightsaber. You have nothing.
No.
It's just you.
Yeah.
What draws people?
Nerddom's kind of cool.
So cool now.
It is cool, yeah. Whereas people that know a little bit about Star Wars, the old Star Wars, the good Star Wars, can come and see my show and see it in a new and weird way. They can enjoy that exuberance that you kind of get by watching a geek, off by themselves, fully in love with that thing. I'm fully being the complete nerd, unabashedly so, on stage. So I think people can celebrate being a nerd in a way that perhaps it wasn't so cool to do. Maybe in the mid-'80s, you'd get beat up.
We're almost at 15 years now of doing the same thing?
Almost the same thing.
And how is it? But does it get boring to do it over and over again? I mean...
Well, I think I've been asked that question, though, for almost 14 years. And the weird thing is that I never thought that this show would have any legs at all. I just thought this was going to flop. It's been a surprise, well, A, that it worked in the first place, but that B, it's continued to go. Some people commute to work. They're driving from, somewhere in the Lower Mainland to get into Vancouver to work every day, and they have to, drive back out to where they can afford to live. I have had the opportunity by doing this to live on the West Coast. I live in Victoria. I have a house, so I owe the bank forever. And, I have a family, which is fantastic. And I'm able to do a show that connects to that lovely little part of inside of me, that nerd. And my commute is sometimes a very long flight, but it's endless all over the world. Everywhere from Dubai to Kalamazoo, I kid you not. What I'm actually working on right now is the one-man Batman and the one-man Pride and Prejudice. So something for the women and something for the dorks.
All right, well, I think we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much, Charles.
Thank you.
You can catch the one-man Star Wars Trilogy show at Performance Works right here on Granville Island from February 17th to 19th. For City Lights on Novus TV, I'm Tina Lovgreen.
You shut this to me! Shut down all the garbage smashes on the 10th level of the coffee! Shut down all the garbage smashes on